Okay, I know that this is like TMI, but I'll just share it anyway. Hey guys, I'm Marissa and welcome back to my channel. I'm an expecting first-time mom and today I'm sharing with you my 24-week pregnancy update. If you've been following me through these updates, then you know that I missed week 23 and that is because I was sick last week. I was definitely not feeling very well. So we're getting back on track today to share with you all the symptoms that I've experienced and baby prep that's happened as we are 24 weeks along with our little boy. So the size of the baby at 24 weeks, the app that I use is called Pregnancy Plus, and I've really enjoyed this app. It's weird as you get further along in your pregnancy, some of the weeks are all put together. It says that weeks 24 through 27 the baby is the size of a papaya. So I don't know, but it says that the baby is between 13 to 15 inches. So I assume since week 24, he's probably 13 inches long and about 1.4 pounds. So first off, have some symptoms to share. Like I said, last week I ended up being sick. I caught a cold, and if you've been following me on this journey, then you know that I've basically been halfway sick through my entire pregnancy. So I've just had really bad congestion. I caught a cold on week 10 of my pregnancy and have just had a runny, stuffy nose throughout the entire thing. That has been bad, and then it got even worse when I had this additional cold. So I ended up taking a day off of work. I took a sick day because I was just not feeling well at all. So I am very thankful to be feeling better now, but yeah, I just caught another cold and it is done. I was very anxious that it was going to last a long time just because my first one did, but I am feeling a lot better. Additional symptoms that I've experienced this week: heartburn. I've had the worst heartburn, and this was also when I had a cold. It was I don't want to get into it because it's nasty, but it was gross mucus stuff, and then I just had awful heartburn. So I was trying to finish eating very early in the evening so that I wouldn't eat anything before bed, because it's as soon as I eat, and then if I were to lay down after that, it was awful. So I've been trying to do some of that to alleviate the heartburn, but there was one night where even just having water was giving me such bad heartburn. That has definitely been something that's been getting progressively worse as time has gone on in my pregnancy. Another thing that I noticed this week, so my skin has been pretty clear throughout my entire pregnancy, and honestly my skin was pretty clear before I was pregnant, but I did get a couple breakouts during the week that I was sick, and it's now looking better, but I did have a little bit of acne on my chin, and so I found that to be interesting because for the rest of my pregnancy though, things have been pretty clear. Also related to my skin, my hands and just my skin in general has been so smooth. I definitely have chronic dry skin. I've had it for my entire life of having really bad dry skin, especially during winter time. And during winter, my hands would be so dry they'd crack and bleed. And I've also had just really bad eczema on my hands. But this is the first year that I haven't had any of those issues. My hands are so soft, and I was telling Jacob, I'm Jacob, come feel my hands, because normally cracking and bleeding and super painful, and they are just so smooth. So I'm not sure if it's fully a pregnancy thing. I don't know if it's I've been taking a fish oil, so if that's been helping, but either way, my skin has been so soft. Another awesome symptom that I've experienced is feeling the baby move. It's been so fun to feel him move all the time, whereas in the beginning of feeling him move, it was just little flutters that I'd really have to pay attention to, and now it feels like he's moving all the time. When I'm sitting up, when I'm standing, mostly a lot when I'm laying down to go to bed, I feel him move all the time. And actually Jacob got to feel him move for the first time. I think it was last week, and it was so cool. We were sitting on the couch and I could feel the baby kicking just a little bit, and I was Jacob, so put his hand there, and then he felt him, and Jacob was was that you? I was no, it was the baby. So that's been really cool to have Jacob get to experience that as well. And this is definitely the highlight of pregnancy. Of all of the hard parts that there are of pregnancy, feeling the baby move is what makes it all worth it. Another thing that I'm experiencing, and I'm just not sure exactly what it is, I've had a couple instances of cramping all of a sudden. And I don't know if this is just like a Braxton Hicks thing, probably. I have a doctor's appointment this next week, so I'll ask about it. But it's very rare. It'll happen maybe every like few days, and I'll just get one little like, I don't know, 30 seconds of just like my stomach just feels really tight all of a sudden, and then it stops, and that's it. So it just kind of feels like period cramps, but just very suddenly it starts and very suddenly it stops, and it doesn't last for very long. So I don't know if that's the beginning of like getting Braxton Hicks contractions, but that is something new that I've been experiencing like the last couple weeks. I have also just not had as great of bladder control, and I shared about this like in previous videos too, but my nose has been really stuffed and runny, and even this morning I had to like blow my nose. Okay, I know that this is like TMI, but I'll just share it anyway. I was standing in the bathroom and I had to like blow my nose. I blew my nose, and then I hadn't gone to the bathroom yet, and then I just kind of dribbled a little bit. So even just standing there blowing my nose, I didn't have to go to the bathroom, but because my bladder was full and I was blowing my nose, of course that would happen. So I'm experiencing more of those sorts of things on what seems to be like a daily basis. I am also just so forgetful. I know that I mentioned this in my last video, but it continues. I can't even remember if I've mentioned all of these details in my last video, but I just forget things so much. And so I work my day job in accounting, and like you have to be doing things accurately. There's really an accounting emergency, but things that I've noticed that I've messed up on is I just haven't posted everything into our system that I should be. The great thing is that we do like a reconciliation each month, and so you catch those kinds of things, so it's not that big of a deal, but I just think that it's funny that I've just like forgotten to make some journal entries and post some things. So that's been fun to deal with at work. I've just been a little bit more forgetful. And I also have been just a little more forgetful when it comes to our schedule. So I've realized that I've had to start really putting things into my phone. So I've been using Google Calendar a lot more to just record like plans that we have, because if I don't have them and have like a reminder set, I will forget about it. So I'm trying to like get ahead of it and just use the technology that I have to try and help me remember things. This is something that I've noticed throughout this entire pregnancy, I'm also just more irritable, and I just lack patience. And I feel bad because I'm kind of this way with Jacob, and I'm kind of this way like at work and other things. I try really hard to have patience, but honestly it's hard sometimes. So I feel like I'm just a little bit more irritable than I used to be and than I should be. So let's talk about some baby prep. In my recent video, I talked about how we purchased our stroller, which we have the Up a Baby Vista now, and I love it, and it's currently just like sitting here in our nursery waiting for baby to be here. But one of the things that I did not get for the stroller and like the whole travel system combo is the bassinet stand. So there's a bassinet that comes with the stroller, but you can actually then take the bassinet and clip it into a special stand to be able to have the baby like lay in the bassinet elsewhere, not just in your stroller. So the bassinet stand is just like a wooden frame, and it's for sale from Up a Baby for like $150, and it's just a wooden frame. And I love this stroller, and I know I spent a lot of money on it, but I think that it's going to be worth the cost. But there's no way that I could have spent $150 on a wooden frame. So I took a look at OfferUp to see if there were any options out there that I could buy it used, because it's literally just a piece of wood. And so I did find someone who is selling it, and I instead got it for $50. I haven't gone to pick it up yet, but I've like confirmed with the seller it's going to be mine, and I'm going to go pick it up tomorrow. So that's been a great money saving deal. Spending $50 on it, that still kind of feels like a lot, but a much better deal than $150. It wasn't something that I think Jacob could just make, because it has like a special clip system where you like clip the bassinet in. So I just wanted to get like the one that came with it to make it all safe and everything. But buying used for that is saving us a lot, which is awesome. I also recently purchased a couple maternity items. The shirt that I'm wearing is actually a maternity shirt, which I'll show you when I show you my bump shot. And I got 2 of these shirts at Target for like less than $20, like a 2 for $20 thing. And then I also got a pair of maternity leggings. I feel like it was so hard to find the right kind of maternity leggings. I went through like 3 different pairs. I tried on like 3 different kinds to see what I liked, and I hated the ones that I had tried on. I actually really didn't like the Spanx version, and those ones are expensive. They were almost like 80 bucks, and I tried them on and I just hated them. So the ones that I got are Zella brand, which are still like a high-end brand of leggings. I'll go ahead and leave a link to them down below if you're wanting to check them out. But I have these leggings as like my normal leggings with this brand, and I never thought I'd buy like the maternity kind, but they ended up having a sale for them on Nordstrom, and they were 40% off. So I paid $38 for these leggings, and I love them, and they're super comfortable, and they have like the band that comes like pretty far up here. So I've been living in these maternity leggings when I'm home from work, and liking the maternity shirts as well. I have less than 4 months until baby is here, and I also got clothes that were given to me from friends who've had babies. So I think I'm like done with, I don't think I need like any other maternity clothes. I've basically, during this entire time, I've just bought a pair of jeans, a pair of leggings, and 2 shirts, and then other things that I've been like hand-me-downs from friends. So I think that I'm really good on maternity clothing. I've been wearing baggy sweaters as it's still winter, and my bump is like definitely been growing, but baggy sweaters have helped, and other clothes that have been like my normal clothes have worked just great up till now as well. So I don't want to like buy a whole bunch of other things that I'm only going to wear for like 3 months. It doesn't make sense to me. Also, it's going to be nicer-ish weather soon, so hopefully I'll be able to like wear a few dresses come like April and May. So I just need to make it through like a couple more months of colder weather, and then as we get into spring, I am so excited for it to be spring, and that'll be really good for trying to incorporate maternity fashion. Another big thing that we've been prepping for in relation to baby is me reducing my hours at my day job. So I've always worked 40 hours at my day job, and I recently have gone down to 30 hours. Actually, this coming week is going to be my first week doing 30 hours at my day job. And I'm doing this to be able to spend more time working on my online business here on YouTube, and like being able to do more here. And I'm nervous for it, but also really excited. But my dream is to be able to work from home a lot more, like when baby is here. So I feel like I need to take the time now to be able to build that up a little bit more, so that as we get into the summer, when baby's here in May, that I can be able to really have a better sufficient income off of my business and won't have to rely on the day job income as much. So it's been a big like leap of faith. I know it sounds crazy because it's like I haven't quit my job or anything, and 30 hours is still technically full time, but it is a big deal for me, and it's a huge step in my journey to being a mom, in my career, and I don't know, I'm excited for it, but I'm also really nervous. But I'll let you guys know how this week goes in my next update, so hopefully I can be extra productive. So here's a look at my bump at 24 weeks. I'm wearing my maternity shirt. It has like the ruching on the side, and it's still like obviously big, have a lot of room to grow, but definitely bumping here. And these are my maternity leggings. As you can see, they go like really high, and I really like them. They also have side pockets, which also come in handy. So thanks you guys so much for watching my 24-week pregnancy update. Don't forget, if you want to stay tuned on future updates, definitely subscribe to my channel for more videos, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.
Did you ever stop and think, why spend too much time just getting ready? Let me be honest.